Jumbo! Come on, you don't have friends who speak Swahili and they don't greet you in the morning? Jambo? I love that. I love that word for good morning, Swahili. Jumbo! So I say good morning too. I trust you're well. By the way, it was just pointed out to me today. Thanking God for his faithfulness. Today is my 1,300th daily devotion. Come on now. Thank God that he's helped me to do this. It began during the pandemic when my friend Ken Whitten, then pastor of Idlewild Church in Tampa, said, wow, you don't know how long you're going to be down there. They shut down everything in New York. I came for 5 days. I stayed 16 months. And you should not only use my auditorium for Sunday sermons so that you can, people can watch and be part of a service, as it were, online, but you got to start a daily devotion. I had never done one. Never done one in my life. And those first 5 or 10, the great videography team down there helping me, I was a little on edge and nervous. And now God's helped me and I've had these experiences. But I want to thank God. I hope it's been a blessing to you. We're getting near the end of Mark. So if you want to text me or something with your recommendation of maybe what book of the Bible to do next, I'm wide open, but I'm praying myself. So we're reading in Mark, where Jesus now is in the Garden of Gethsemane. They went to a place called Gethsemane, and Jesus said to his disciples, he's facing the cross now, sit here while I pray. He took Peter, James, and John along with him, and he began to be deeply distressed and troubled. My soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death, he said to them. Stay here and keep watch. So let's unravel this a little bit. First of all, he tells them, sit here while I pray. Then he takes Peter, James, and John along with him, and he goes a little further. And now as he's getting ready to pray, Jesus, the Son of God, had to pray to get strength to go through what he was facing. All right, let me get that. Jesus, perfect, Emmanuel, God with us in human form. He felt the necessity to pray. And we have churches that don't pray, pastors that don't pray hardly, Christians that barely pray, on their phone 5 hours a day, but not even 20 minutes to pray. Doesn't sound right. What do you think? He said to them, stay watch with me. Sit here while I pray. And then he sees the cross looming ahead of him and the burden of the sins of the world that are going to come on him. We can't understand that. How would we understand that as just regular human beings? What Jesus felt coming on him. Darkness? You and I don't even know what darkness is. And it's going to all come on him. The sins of the world, and God is going to strike at him and punish him as our substitute so that we would be blessed. He would take the curse. Cursed is everyone who hangs on a tree. And he senses it coming, and he almost dies from the stress inside. He almost doesn't make it to the cross. My soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death. Oh, we don't know what he was going through. Stay here and keep watch. Going a little farther, he fell to the ground and prayed that if possible, the hour might pass from him. Abba, Father, he said, everything is possible for you. Take this cup from me. Yet not what I will, but what you will. It was so horrible, the cup he had to drink of judgment, wrath, punishment, holy anger against sin. That he not only almost felt he was going to die from a heart attack inside or some bursting of his inner being, but he tells the Father plainly, if it's possible, everything's possible for you. Take this cup from me. Take this cup from me. Jesus said those 5 words. Let me out of this. The human side, seeing it, coming on him. The mixture of divinity, humanity, I don't understand it, but come on, brothers and sisters. Can you at least get a little bit of a feeling of it? Take it from me. I can't endure it. I'll die before I get to the cross. Nevertheless, even though all things are possible for you, nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done. So that goes to show a number of things, too deep for us, a lot of them, but we can get some sense of it. All for us, not for him. The pain, the suffering was all because of us, not anything he did. Oh, what a love. So some prayers are not answered because he said, take this cup from me. All things are possible to you. Nevertheless, not my will be done, but your will be done. And God's will was done. He went to the cross. The cup was not taken from him. What would have happened if he avoided the cross? Thank God for Jesus. Lord, I don't love you enough today. We don't love him enough. Faced with this agony, faced with this anguish, faced with the unspeakable, not my will, but yours be done. God's will, the Father's will was, no, that's why I sent you. Suffer, die. On the other side, I'll raise you from the dead and give you a name above every other name. That at the name of Jesus. You know what? It gets me upset sometimes when churches want their name remembered. It's called branding. You know, it's like marketing 101. We got to brand ourselves. Or a denomination wants everyone to know our churches are growing. Like, enough of your church and your denomination and your pastor's name, including this one. Jesus is the sweetest name I know. How about for you? Let's honor his name today and worship it all day long. Blessings. See you next time.